on 12:30 right now, and we are going to be talking all about pets very, very soon, because every hour a homeless pet is saved thanks to an internet service which has taken Australia by storm. More in a moment. Well, as we mentioned before the break, we're going to be talking about rescuing pets right now, and I think that's a very noble aim indeed. And this is how you can do it on the internet. Vickie Davey joins us. She is the director of PetRescue. Hello, Vickie. Whoops. Vickie doesn't appear to be there. Are you there, Vickie? Vickie. Okay, we'll get Vickie up there in a moment. As I say, according to the information we've got from PetRescue, every hour a homeless pet is saved thanks to PetRescue. It's taken Australia by storm. I'll give you the address now, by the way, because you'll want to know. PetRescue, one word, PetRescue.com.au. And it's a bit of a milestone this week because PetRescue.com.au, I understand, will see its 50,000th animal rehomed, if it hasn't already happened yet. Hello, Vickie, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hi, Harvey.
Gotcha this time. Good, really good. That is sensational. The 50,000 animals rehomed. How long, over what period of time is that?
It's over 5 years since we've been going, but in the last 2 years it's really been sort of happening for us. People have known about PetRescue and they've been coming to adopt.
So you go on, how does this exactly work? You go on to petrescue.com.au, what then?
Well, we have a search function on the right-hand side of the site where you can look up the various animals we have for adoption, so dog, cat or other. We're basically an umbrella group that has 600 rescue groups and shelters who list their pets for adoption with us.
Right, so how many in Western Australia then?
You're going to ask me a question. I think we've probably got, let me quickly have a look, I think we've probably got about 30 to 40.
Oh, really?
Yeah, often people only think of sort of the larger shelters when they think of rescue pets, like the RSPCA or Animal Welfare League. But the majority of our groups are actually foster care networks where people, normal pet-loving people, look after a foster pet in their home until a permanent home's found for them.
And you started this for the obvious noble reason of trying to ensure that as few animals as possible were put down simply because no one can give them a home.
Absolutely, and a lot of people don't know that the animals are out there, and what we found is that a lot of rescue groups are doing it pretty hard, and even having a website is difficult for them. But of course then people don't know that they've got these wonderful pets looking for homes. So by creating PetRescue, we were able to let the public meet the pets online.
What a good idea. Now, I assume that dogs and cats would be the most popular animals. More dogs than cats are rehomed, do you think?
Yeah, just a little bit more. We do have more dogs listed and more dogs adopted over sort of a month period. But cats are really climbing. In fact, we were pretty excited that over December we rehomed double the amount of cats that we usually find homes for. So we went from 300 cats in November to over 720 cats in December, which is just great news for us and for the rescue groups who are looking after these cats. Yeah,
it's good and bad news really, and if the authorities here would adopt what I think is a pretty simple practice and make compulsory sterilisation for cats into law, where at the moment it's an issue that has to be dealt with at local government level, there wouldn't be so many appearing on your site.
Well, it's a very difficult issue because we've just been looking at some recent studies that actually say that about 90% of owned cats are actually desexed. So the message is really getting through.
Well, that's
but
good.
The problem we have is the what we call semi-owned cats, who no one's really taken responsibility for. So we're really encouraging people to help out there and actually take a bit more responsibility for the semi-owned cat that they might be feeding and have that one desexed.
So this is the moggy that's wandered into the house and says, I'm a bit hungry, and someone says, well, here, you better have something to eat, and then all of a sudden, and it says, well, I actually kind of like here, I'm happy to do a little bit of light mouse work, and if you feed me, then we'll be friends for the rest of our lives. But then I guess people move, people say, well, I'm just not in a position to own a cat, and that's when the trouble starts.
Yeah, exactly. And by those people who are genuinely compassionate about those cats, And there's a lot of people out there who just take that extra step and have them desexed. That makes all the world of difference, because that cat's pretty good at finding somewhere to eat and finding, things that are going to help him on. And we also find that people really do love cats, and they start to take them on board, and they may not think of it as their cat to start with, but they soon adopt. Or we should say the cat adopts them.
Yeah, that's how it works usually, yes. Now, okay, dogs and cats aside, what other animals feature on your website?
We also have, we actually have a lot of guinea pigs, believe it or not. There's some really strong guinea pig rescue organisations out there doing a great job. So we have lots of guinea pigs for rehoming. And with rehoming, you get all the right information rather than just sort of, picking one up from a friend or something like that. We also have rabbits. We've had the occasional goat, and we've had a pig.
Really?
So there's also
Actually, you know something? Designer pigs are becoming, I am told, enormously popular animals. They are regarded, pigs, as amongst the most intelligent of all the species. They are, despite what a lot of people think, they are a very clean animal, can be a very clean animal, and they're very loyal.
They are. I'm actually a behavioural trainer.
Are you?
And yes, and I work with dogs, but when I was studying, one of the animals we trained were pigs, and they were amazing.
How do you train a pig? Exactly compared with how
the way you train a dog.
Do you?
You use positive reinforcement and
What's
quick
that
training.
Mean? Positive reinforcement.
It means rewarding the animal for doing the right thing, so the behaviour is repeated. It's the best way to train it. It makes life easy for everyone.
Oh, look, I think you're doing a wonderful job. I love animals. Everyone that listens to the show knows that.
That's great to know.
Oh, yeah, they're just fantastic. I just wish we would be a little bit more considerate, on a global scale with animals. And I haven't got a problem with taking animals on public dogs on public transport and that sort of thing, but you can't take them into supermarkets to do your shopping. And I know some other countries you can, but that's getting way ahead. What we need to do is to just find nice homes for them, and PetRescue.com.au does that.
Yeah, absolutely. And what we really encourage your listeners to do is, if you're thinking about adopting a new pet, rather than think about the pet shop or the breeder, come and have a look at Pet Rescue first. We've got such a wide variety. We have today alone, I'm looking at the site, and we've got 3,470 pets available for adoption. Now, that's Australia-wide, but when you do a search, you can do a search, obviously, by state. And all sorts of pets. We have everything. People have an idea that rescue pets are, all of one type perhaps, but we have, purebreds, we have puppies, we have senior dogs for senior people, we have cats. As I said, we have guinea pigs. All sorts
and one
of
pig.
animals. Yes, and the one pig.
Vickie, good to talk to you. It's been fun. It really has, and I hope people at least go and have a look at your website anyway. And if they're thinking of adopting a pet, then they couldn't do better than your service. How do you financially provide the service?
We have sponsorship, which has been really helpful for us. We're still looking for more sponsorship if there's anyone out there that's keen. We started off we provide the service completely free to every rescue group in Australia. So obviously we know that it's very difficult for them to survive getting their animals desexed and paying for food and all that sort of thing. So as well as the website, we run other programs for rehoming, but we do that all free for rescue groups. So we really rely on donations and sponsorship to keep us running. We worked out the other day that every pet listed on Pet Rescue costs us about $17.50, which doesn't seem like a very large amount, but when you think we've had 50,000 pets listed on Pet Rescue for adoption, it soon adds up.
Yeah, it certainly does.
Yeah, so basically we rely on the community to support us and to help us with finding new homes for these pets.
Terrific. Keep up the good work, Vickie. Great to talk to you.
You too, Harvey.
See you. Bye-bye. Vickie Davey, Director of Pet Rescue, an animal behaviourist, a very, very nice lady, and she's doing a wonderful job. PetRescue.com.au. If you can possibly help them, do so. It's coming up to 16 to 1. We'll go travelling with Lisa Cable in a couple of minutes.